There's one more. My name is Tiffany Elizabeth, and I do product reviews and lifestyle videos. Leo behind me here is 4 months old. He is currently in a 40-gallon tank. I do plan on upgrading him to at least a 75-gallon or more if possible once he hits the 1 year mark. A 40-gallon enclosure is the bare minimum that you would want to have a bearded dragon in, a full grown bearded dragon. Bearded dragons tend to be a product of their environment, so the bigger the enclosure, the more that they will thrive. If you have them in a too small enclosure, it can stunt their growth. I am currently feeding him dubia roaches as a staple insect. He also gets live superworms. I absolutely hate crickets because they stink, they die really quickly, they tend to carry illness if you're not super careful on what you are doing with them. I just can't do crickets. They get all over the place. They escape. You can't catch them. Dubias have always been my go-to with my bearded dragons in the past. I have a bunch of fun videos with bearded dragons. Leo is the most perfect bearded dragon that I have ever owned since Dakota. If you are familiar with my other videos, you know that Dakota was my first ever bearded dragon and I loved her to death. Like, that was my girl, okay? I did everything with Dakota and I ended up having to rehome her when I really just didn't want to. But at the time, I just did not have the means to care for her. So, in a situation like that, you have to just kind of make a responsible call, do what is in the best interest of you and your animal. You know what I mean? I've mentioned this in other videos, but I just feel like the pet tube community can be so toxic and just so mentally draining with people's like negative opinions, and everyone's like an expert. When you start to like share your life with people, they just have things to say about it. And it's just like, I mean, I guess that's the name of the game. That's what comes with it. And I can handle it. But at the same time, I'm just here to say that I do what works for me. And I love my animals and I care for any animal that is in my care. I give them the best care possible. With that said, I do plan on keeping Leo for the rest of his life. God willing, he is not going anywhere. He is the most perfect bearded dragon for me. It was a match made. Like, bearded dragons have really just like helped me in ways that I will have to discuss in another video. Here he is. He is currently getting ready to do a full body shed. Once he does get through this shed, you will really be able to see how beautiful. I've done quite a few shorts with him over on this channel to where you can really see his colors. I've checked his gender so many times and he is definitely a boy. Once he gets a lot bigger, I will have a vet confirm just to be 100% sure that he is a male. I am about 80% sure that this is a male bearded dragon. He is just honestly such a good boy. Like, I love him. I was really blessed with the opportunity to own Leo. Best decision I could ever make. Gosh, he's just so cute. I just love him. All right, let me try to put him up a little bit closer. He's 4 months. This is his third shed with me, so I know he's definitely growing. He has a 10.0 UVB bulb right now that covers most of his cage, and then he has, of course, his basking area. For a while when I first got him, it took a while for all of his items to arrive in the mail. So once I got everything all set up, now I'm really liking the way that his enclosure is. One thing that I am aware that I need to do is get a digital thermometer so I can really check the temperatures, but he is pooping regularly. He's active, like he's acting the way that he should be acting. So I'm not too worried about it right now. He does have a temperature gauge in his tank currently, but it is not a digital one. And I do want the most accurate one just to make sure that he is happy, healthy, and thriving the way that he needs to be. Collard greens as a staple. He gets carrots, he gets butternut squash because butternut squash is kind of like a natural toothbrush for bearded dragons. I haven't given him much fruit, but they can eat them as long as you're doing your research and you make sure that the fruit is safe for them to eat. Can't go wrong with the leafy greens. What else? What else, Leo? Whenever he is shedding like this, I do like to give him a nice warm soak just to help with the shedding. He gets most of his water through the baths that I give him. Obviously, I don't use soap or anything like that. I do have like a small syringe. I just put a little bit of water in the syringe and I just hand feed him the water. That way, I am making sure that I know he is drinking his water. I do not do a water bowl in his tank. Consider subscribing to this channel for more videos with Leo. That is going to be it for this video, you guys. I will see you guys in my next one. Are you going to make a run for it? Are you going to jump? He is a jumper. He will literally jump. Like, I wish I could have caught him on camera the other day when he like flew off of me and like did a whole backflip and landed on the ground. Like, these little animals are, I used to think that they were like so fragile, but they are like pretty durable. Pretty durable, right? Say good night, Leo. Good night.